Testing 1, 2, 3.
Whether you stream
Hey guys, so I finally figured out why. I finally figured out why the music was too loud. So apparently it's like the sound wasn't controlled by OBS. I needed to control the sound elsewhere. And I think I'm gonna need to do some YouTube tutorial. Or rather, I need to go and watch some YouTube tutorials on how to make this happen. But for now, I'm gonna continue the stream without any background music. So those of you who are here for the first time, welcome to my channel and welcome to my live streams. The idea of these streams, right, is to serve a couple of purposes. Number one, I'm able to put out content. Number two, those of you who are interested, you can watch behind the scenes as I test out various tools. There are many AI tools that is in the market these days, but the problem with that is that all of these tools, they are making big claims, right? They're making a lot of claims, and at the same time, very few of them actually deliver. So, as you watch me try to use these tools and hear the thought process behind my behind me, like behind the scenes, then at the very least you will be able to make informed decision in terms of which tools you choose to invest in. And at the same time, as I work on my stuff, I will also be talking about my thought processes, my flow, my creative process, and you hopefully you'll be able to learn some stuff and gain some value from following me behind the scenes. Okay, so I am a big believer in progressionism, and I'm not sure if anyone else is using the word progressionism. To me, progressionism is a spirit. So there's the perfectionism. Progressionism is the exact opposite of perfectionism, and what it means is the willingness to take imperfect actions. So these live streams, I've always been wanting to go on YouTube, and I've for a while last year I tried to go on YouTube, but the daily busyness of the busyness of daily work caught up with me, and my consistency was severely affected. But at the same time, I recognize that in terms of these streams, in terms of creating content on YouTube, very likely it is based on everything that I've heard, everything that I've learned from people who are far more successful and more experienced than I am. This is a long-term game now. We gotta continue to put out consistent content over a number of years. Like Alex Hormozy as an example. I really look up to him. He's my hero. He does podcasts of 4 years before he started his YouTube channel, and even though people see him as like overnight success, but the truth is he put in a lot of effort behind the scenes um, before such success came to him. So I want to start developing the attitude of just putting out imperfect content, raw, unedited. I mean, I have the ability to edit it, but I don't have the time to edit it. So I'm gonna be basically putting things out like this, and those of you who want to follow along, you can follow along. So today I am gonna be taking a look at a couple of things. I'm gonna start with Claude 2. Cloud. I'm not entirely sure. So we're gonna take a look at this and also write Sonic and CrawlQ, and I'm gonna explain to you why after all of that I decided to go back to GPT-4. So let's start with Claude 2 for a while. Claude 2 have a lot of promise. Again, developers like to put up a lot of big claims, and it has like 100k token output, and it can remember so many stuff. But as I was using it, as you can see, I had my first interaction with it the other day. Some of you were in attendance when I was doing the stream. There was everything was kind of okay until we came to the table. So some of you might for some of you this might seem to be just a mild annoyance, but for me it's a big annoyance, because if the tool can't produce a table, it's gonna be very hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see, and not only that, I need to be able to I need to copy and paste one by one into the input, like into my files, and that presents a lot of challenge in terms of my productivity. And the whole idea of using AI is to increase productivity. So I feel that this itself is a deal breaker to me. But I tried to keep on using it, and there comes another problem. And the other problem is that if the output wasn't what I wanted, I can retry, but I can't change. I can't edit the output. So like over here, this is my previous output by as you can see, but I can't edit this output to produce a new work. I can't. I just have to sort of live with this forever, I guess. And if I try to come up with a new prompt, making an amendment from the old prompt, then it's gonna affect once again. It's gonna use up the token limit of 100k, which I don't want to. So that really turned me off. These two reasons. The first is the table thing. The table output was like, this is the only table output which was proper. The rest of it really couldn't work. And number two is that I couldn't edit the prompt. If you can see an example from my own ChatGPT, I amend prompts a lot. So this is my latest one. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna show you some of my old one. So it's like over here, there's like four amendments. Especially if I am doing prompt engineering at that point in time, I need to test different prompts. So it's really quite annoying. I just couldn't do it, and therefore I tried to switch to ChatSonic. ChatSonic is created by WriteSonic, which sounds really good on paper again. So you have like free trial, unlimited business enterprise, and there's a lot of features. Like over here, it says you get unlimited words. You get all of these tools. But as I go in, I realize that, and I actually paid for it, by the way. Once I paid for it, I'm gonna show you guys a couple of stuff. Because I wanted to have a really true and honest judgment of the AI tools. I don't really want to just brush it off. I want to give it a fair try. So I did that. And over here, as you can see, there is this thing called include latest Google data. You see over here, there's this thing called this 30,313 words. What that means is that every output will be deducted from this. It means this is the amount of words that I'm allowed to use. I'm allowed to get ChatSonic to output for me per month. So there is a limitation. So granted, this is a paid per version, is GPT-4. If I were to use GPT 3.5, it's 181,875 words, but still, it is still a limited amount. And every time I turn this on, so let me just start a new chat. So take a look at this, 181,875. So I'm just gonna put in hi. So now you can see the just now was 181,871 words. Is now 181,868 words. Hello, how can I assist you today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 words was used. Or rather, like it's not exactly 7 words, it's an approximate. It's actually 3 words because the token usage was low. And if I were to turn on this include latest Google data, it would charge me 2 tokens per output of word. So just want to chat with you, 868. Oh, it's 826. From 868 become 826. So that's 40 plus words just because I turned this on. Even if ChatSonic did not really need to use Google search in order for it to answer me. So coming back to this thing here, what I tried yesterday, The table output, I'm very happy with it, but there was a problem. You see, over here, I asked, as an AI language model, like I asked to, I literally told it that I'm running a social media marketing agency. I need your help to find me a starving crowd for my business. Based on the latest training data, create an output of top 20 most profitable starving crowd. And what happened here is that it gave me all this output, and I said remove 2, 6, and 9. So item 2, online course creator. 6 is digital marketing agencies, and 9 is small business owners. So, sorry, I didn't ask you to remove. I asked you to explain. Explain its score in thorough detail. Number 2 was online course creators. As you can see, online course creator. But the output was, number 2 is remote workers who want to stay healthy while working from home, which is completely not true. Remote workers is number 4. It is not number 2. Number 6, pet owners. But number 6 actually is digital marketing agencies. And number 9 was supposed to be small business owners. But number 9 became, there was no 9 at all. There was no 9 at all. So the output was massively affected. It was really a turn off at this point, but I persisted anyway. I tried anyway. And over here, let's see. I'm gonna go for one 3 days ago. Yeah, so here's that where the big breaking point is. I did this, and uh, there was some internet connection issue. I like it says over here not specified. I literally asked it to come up with a demographic and the psychographic. And over here, in GPT-4, it would create an specific something. It will make something up. But over here it says not specified, not specified, not specified. There are many items, many data points which was not specified in the demographic. So I asked it to rewrite, but for everything which is not specified, make something up. And there was some internet connection issue, which did not allow me to, which didn't get, like, there was nothing over here. So I gave the input again, but now it says, I'm sorry, but I cannot provide accurate original information without any specific details or context. If you could provide. So that is terrible. Like, this is really a bug over here. Yeah. So that went on. And over here, there was another problem. I asked, based on Alex Hormozzi's framework of creating irresistible offer, it is important to list down every intricate steps that a market might think they need to take in order to achieve their number one most ideal dream outcome. So what it did was it created for me 15 intricate steps, right? And I ask you to output a table again, remove objection, pain score, etc., etc. And I ask you to output again, but this time it output only 9, and the steps were all messed up, as you can see. So I only output on only 9 out of 15 output is present. What happened to the rest? And then literally explain and give advice to me. Additionally, if possible, there was an error in the data entry processing, it would be helpful to review the data and the steps taken to generate the table. So yeah, at this point in time, I was like, nope, this doesn't work. ChatSonic is not ready. And by the way, when I was outputting all of this, I was actually using Superior. I was actually using this one. So this wasn't this was a big letdown. And then after that, I used CrawlQ. I tried to use CrawlQ the other day as well. And the idea of CrawlQ, let me just show you the landing page. it says over here, win you over your customers' hearts with hypnotic conversational AI, the future of branding. So it's meant to create effortless research and writing. This is the two things, and also get a 180-day editorial calendar filled with killer ideas in one click. So definitely, I mean, the copywriting is very attractive. But I have actually tried this, and the first thing after signing up is you get this. I'm actually on trial. I've already canceled the trial. I hope I did. I already, because it was a big letdown for me. Manage plan. Oh, okay. $49 per month. So there's a problem here. I'm gonna show you what's the problem. The problem is like, so over here it says start from scratch, choose a template, order DFY research. So you can, what I did was I chose start from scratch. And there's also template as well. So the time required is supposed to be 5 minutes over here, but the moment I said get started, there's a lot of things that I need to fit in. I need to put in, like a campaign name, what is the campaign for, company legal name, of course, my basic details, but what is my main topic of interest, and also who do you want to target. So when it comes to who you want to target, this choosing a customer avatar or choosing a market remains some of the most trickiest things to nail down. Seriously, like even very experienced people can sometimes choose a completely wrong target market or target audience. So if let's say I'm a complete newbie when it comes to business, I wouldn't know what to type in. Everyone. I want to target everyone who can pay me money. I would say something like this, or it's like anyone who can whatever, you know. So it's not easy to even figure this out, and that's the reason why Alex Hormozi spends a lot of time talking about how to choose the right starving crowd, and he spends a lot of time teaching about it. So we have a huge problem just from this alone. And once I went through this whole thing, I think all of the campaigns were, I'm not sure if it is still there. There was also a limit in terms of the persona, how much audience I can create. So this was the one that I did the other day. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of buttons for me to press, for me to choose, but there is credit requirement. So you need to buy credit. Like you are limited by the number of credits per month that you can use. And I used it for like 5 minutes, and it wasn't even something which I would consider to be comprehensive. And I've already used 7,290 credits out of 25,000 credits, and it's $45 per month. So I think that the reason why they are doing this is because we go back to this. Oops. Login. Hi, Taek Chong. Uh, are you watching from YouTube, or are you watching? Oh, you're watching from YouTube. Okay, cool. Very nice. For some reason it disappeared now. Maybe it's, oh, there you go. So there's like start from scratch, choose a template, order DFY research. I think the problem here is that they are trying to, like, they offer this additional thing which no doubt will cost quite a lot of money. So I think that's the reason why, like, it is not so easy to use, or maybe it is precisely because it is not so easy to use, therefore they create this order DFY research. So there's very little room for personalization when you do this. I'm gonna go back to my dashboard. How do I even go back to my dashboard? All campaign. Okay, cool. I'm gonna open this again, and there's just so many buttons over here. One of the things that about tools that I always want is that I want simple interfaces. I don't want so many stuff like crowding up my screen, moving text left and right, um, and all of these stuff. You know, like credits here, plan, like what's going on over here? There's so much things, so many things going on. Um, and on top of that, when now I can't even find market message start here. I'm gonna click on that. So now just to figure out, I can't simply just put in a prompt. You know, I can't communicate with the AI. I must select from a list of buttons, from a list of things. I need to select which among all of these things, what is most important for me. But the amount of time that it would take me to literally go through one by one all of this, it would have like I could have done this much faster if I didn't rely on the AI. And that to me defeats the purpose of signing up for this. So CrawlQ was really another letdown as well. Maybe I'm not ready for it because right now what I'm looking for is like simple, easy to use tools that can immediately give me results, that can immediately save me time. So I don't have any of these problems when I'm using GPT-4. You know, so I think at the end of the day, like Claude, ChatSonic, CrawlQ, maybe they are more powerful, but Claude is like there are a few. I mean, among the newcomers, Claude 2 seems to be the most promising, but they have these annoyances. They have these annoyances and certain bugs that they need to really fix. And ChatSonic, same thing. A lot of bugs. I mean, they have and I hope that the development team is not focusing on adding more features because the old features are not even done. So it's like, please, the developers, if you are watching this, make sure you fix the old problems first before you add in more features. Okay. CrawlQ, I think it was working exactly as the developers intended it to work, but I don't think they have a great idea over here. It's just too complicated to use. And maybe in the future when like when I'm not pressed for deadlines, if I have like a couple of weeks to slowly explore one by one over here, then maybe this will become valuable. But if otherwise, I would rather just use ChatGPT because right now I am on a deadline. So like email marketing, direct needs and pain points, like all of these I can request from ChatGPT. I don't have to see all of these options. When I see all of these options, instead of freeing me, instead of making me more free, feeling the freedom to do more stuff, it actually restricts me because I don't know which one for me to click. And if I click, and every time I click something, and I say create draft, I'm actually using up my credits. And there's just so many options to choose from, and every time I click one, I need to use up a credit. And the credits are expensive. It is not cheap. So I may end up spending a whole bunch of money and a whole lot of time over here, but get nothing in return. Hope that makes sense. So in conclusion, Claude, ChatSonic, by ChatSonic and CrawlQ is really not the right fit for me at this point in time. It's really a letdown for me. Maybe the people who recommended this to me, maybe you will find it much better. But for now, I'm just gonna move on to different tools. So two other new tools that was recommended to me: Draft Horse and Reword.com. I mean, there's a lot of stuff over here, but I'm getting, personally, after going through so many AI tools and constantly getting let down, I'm feeling disenchanted with all of these claims, you know. So I am gonna bunk it for now, and today I'm gonna focus mainly on completing my work. I really hope that I can finish this thing within the next 24 hours so that I can start offering my SMMA, my social media marketing agency done for you service. So those of you who have been following along, you know that I've been creating you know that what I've been up to was to create um, a new prompt sequence based on Alex Hormozzi's $100 million offer framework. So I've gotten quite far, and I have so far tested. Basically, I think most of the prompt for research is already done. When it comes to offer creation, I think roughly you can divide it into three phases when it comes to offer creation. There's a research phase, and there is the packaging phase, and then there is the communicating phase. So research is basically you find things about who you want to target. You want to talk about what are the pain points, what are the stuff that they are looking for, what is stopping them, how do you want to come in, how do they desire you to help them. All of this stuff is in the research phase. And then in the packaging phase, what normally happens is that you choose like, okay, over as an example over here, this was given by ChatGPT. Let me just scroll down. Core deliverable, and yeah, so you have all of these stuff so done for you, like what is the specific component. So you have problems with identifying and brainstorming content posts, so I will generate ideas for you. You have problems with like scheduling your posts. Okay, I'm gonna create a personalized content calendar for you. I'm gonna do a complete social media copywriting service for you, and these are the bonuses that I'm gonna give 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these was actually chosen from the output that was given by ChatGPT. So over here, there's all these stuff that ChatGPT advised me to do. So like identifying and brainstorming content to post. So if I want to do a DIY, here's what I can provide. For DWY, this is what I can provide. DFY, this is what I can provide. So among all these stuff, I have selected and put it all into this. So where I'm at right now is over here in terms of core deliverables and bonuses. And then what I'm gonna do as we go along is I'm gonna add in optional add-ons. Alex Hormozzi did not teach add-ons for his course, but there is a reason why I chose to do that. The reason why is because I've been doing this, guiding people, consulting for people for some time now, and I realized that many people they know what they want, but they do not know don't necessarily know what they need. So if I were to just give them what they want and I don't give them additional stuff, they might end up not seeing the results that they are looking for because they assume they just need this. As an example, many people assume they just need to have more leads. Many people, like those of you who are watching this, I'm sure you have at some point in time thought, if only I can get more leads. But what if I tell you that getting more leads is not what you need? So if you get more leads right now, like, are you able to close the sale? Do you even have a attractive offer? Like, you think it's an attractive offer, but do they think it's an attractive offer? Problem is, most people will not believe me unless they experience it themselves. So I would love to have an opportunity where after the experience, like right now they need more leads. Okay, cool, I give you more leads. And then suddenly they realize that I have all these leads, but I can't close the sale. I would love to have the opportunity to also give them an alternate and additional service, additional value add in terms of like, okay, here is how you can actually close the sale. So that is the reason why I add on optional add-ons. And support is all of the ways that my business support them. And Alex Hormozzi also talked about guarantees. There are about 12 different guarantees, like unconditional. There are 4 types of unconditional guarantees. Actually, it's just one type. There is also the conditional guarantee, service guarantee, performance-based or value-based guarantee. There are many ways of giving guarantees. And also there are, okay, this one is not really in there anymore. Scarcity and urgency, to create an ethical way of doing scarcity and urgency, and also the naming components. So the way ChatGPT can help in terms of offer creation, it can help in terms of the research, And then after that, when it comes to the choosing, right, you're choosing, it can help you brainstorm all kinds of stuff. And then you can choose, as an example, the names. Alex Hormozy taught a framework for creating names. Like, it's called the magic formula for naming bonuses. So all of these things. So I can feed all of these examples into ChatGPT and ask it to come up with like 20 options for me or 50 options for me. And then I can choose one by one how I want to name the stuff. Yeah. So the problem is just that when Alex Hormozy is teaching, actually not just Alex Hormozy, but every guru, every teacher, mentor, all the frameworks in existence is created to help humans ideate, to help humans come up with things. But ChatGPT is not human. AI is not human. When you are working with humans, there is one powerful factor that you need to take into account, and the one powerful factor is intuition and experience using the subconscious mind. So if I ask you something very straightforward, you can sort of guess where I'm getting it, but AI can't really make that leap because it is based on logic. So, as an example, one of the thing about one of the core idea that Alex Hormozy gave was this: value over cost. So there are high value, high cost, high value, low cost, and then after that, low value, high cost, and low value, low cost. So one of the things that he talked about is whenever you are coming up with a offer deliverable, you should immediately just remove this one, anything which is low value. So whatever that is low value to the target audience, you shouldn't even offer it. You shouldn't even put it as part of a deliverable, because if it is low value to them, especially if it's low value to them but high cost to you, how the hell, like, why how does it make sense to actually even provide that service? It makes no sense. And then over here it's like the high value, high cost, you need to put it in, but give it like a higher tier, price it accordingly. High value, low cost, so it's like high value, high cost means it's luxury item. High value, low cost means that's the Goldilocks zone. Go for it, right? The problem is, how will AI know what is value? Because value is felt. Value is not something which is thought about. It's felt. There is a specific formula for this that Alex Hormozy gave, and the specific formula was dream outcome. The big dream outcome times wait, hold on a minute. Time delay, X effort and sacrifice. Let me just take a look at the formula. I can't remember the third component. PLA, perceive likelihood. Perceive likelihood of achievement. So that's a formula. Dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement over time delayed multiplied by the effort and sacrifice. So that's a formula that Alex Hormozy give. With this formula, you can then turn something which is intuitive. If I ask you like what is valuable to you, you can immediately feel and you can intuit what is valuable to you or your target audience. But AI, they can't do it. They can guess, but the guess is not very likely to be accurate. And I've tested this, and the kind of results that it came up with, it's like it's very vague. I can't find it right now, but like I just couldn't accept it. I tried this. This was the first thing I tried, but ChatGPT just couldn't answer it to the level of satisfaction that I'm looking for. So I needed to teach ChatGPT to basically give a score for dream outcome, to score perceived likelihood of achievement as perceived by the target market, to score the perceived time delay, to score the perceived effort and sacrifice one by one, and come up with an algorithm to define what is the idea of value. That's all the steps that I needed to go through just to figure out what is value, you know? So converting all of that, right, into a series of steps. Hey, what is going on here? Why is it going like this? Okay. So one by one, I've been doing that for the past few weeks. And right now I'm happy to say that I've come to a point where I'm happy with the output, all the way until the 10x to 110 tests. And where I'm going today is that I'm going to continue working on this. And the idea is that after the research and after the packaging, where I choose, okay, ChatGPT give me this, and I choose from all of the stuff ChatGPT give what I'm willing to give for my clients. The next step, the final step, is actually just to put it all into a communication platform. So how does that look like? It looks like a landing page, or an email, or a proposal, whatever it is. So how do you do that? Because if let's say you were to just ask ChatGPT, if I'm gonna come to a new chat and you click on GPT-4, and I just say, write me a sales page for a social media marketing agency, SMMA, or it already knows what SMMA is, based on Alex Hormozi's $100 million offer book. You can see the output. It's gonna come up with something that may sound impressive when you see it on surface level, but if you are a real prospect, and you are looking at this page critically, you will find that there is something off about it. And the reason why it's something off is because there is no human in there. Like persuasion amplification, our team of experts applies the Hormozi strategy. Is like first of all, I am not his team. So it's like, how am I supposed to do that? We can't. Like this is not even ethical to claim that we're gonna do like Hormozi strategy or whatever, because we are not affiliated to him, right? And as you read on like what we offer, mastery. What do you mean by mastery? It's like a done for you service. Strategic marketing consulting. Our experts provide personalized guidance tailored to your unique business model, helping you unlock your company's. What does that even mean? If you are really considering to pay the author of this sales page $2,500 US dollars every single month, there is no way you would go through with this, right? So it's like, okay, get a free audit of your current social media strategy. Okay, that fine, that is at least okay. But other than that, this does not make the cut. So what we need to do when it comes to the communication side of things is that we need to give ChatGPT a full briefing, a full, how shall I say, context. And that's where Notion is really coming into play. Because you see, there is something really cool with Notion. And that cool thing is, check this out. You see all this red border here? You see red border. So this is actually linked, synchronized to the specific pages in my database. So what I did was, you see online entrepreneurs over here, and you can also see online entrepreneurs over here. So if I put over here online entrepreneurs -- 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this thing here will also change. So what I've been doing is that I have been one by one, I've placed all the steps over here, like starving crowd, avatar details, dream outcome, perceived problems, etc. And one by one, I have synchronized a specific area over here to this part here. all of these here. So that as I am going along, as I am creating the irresistible offer over here, page by page, this whole box gets updated. So what I'm intending to do after you have all of this is that you can just click this to highlight the box, okay, and you copy, Control C, right? You can't see that, but off the screen I've just Control C, and I can just go to GPT-4 and Control V to paste everything in here, right? So now I can just say the output is still not going to be good because I haven't done fully all the details yet, but all of these details has the specific one by one details has passed my my own personal assessment. So everything that is put over here, it's done by me, assisted by ChatGPT. I'm not just leaving it to ChatGPT to do. So the human element is still there. So, but now I can now ask ChatGPT to do the legwork for me, which makes me a lot more effective, a lot more productive. So write a sales page for me based on the following offer details. So now you got offer details, starving crowd on one by one. So like right now I can just press here. The table format is not going to work very well, but oh well. The important thing is not me. The important thing is ChatGPT can understand it. So now it understands, okay, here's what we offer: content idea generation service, personalized content calendar, social media copywriting service, bonuses just keep coming one by one. William says great information. Thanks, William. Now you can see the glaring difference in quality. The glaring difference in quality between what I showed you just now and what you are seeing right now. And I'm not even done, you know. And when I'm done, the landing page is gonna look significantly better. And honestly, I don't need, like, if it is just for my own personal use, I don't really need to do so much work, because I can just use my intuition and just do the human way of creating the offer. But what I'm really looking forward to is that I want to sort of make this into a system. You know, like how McDonald's became famous. Like, the reason why McDonald's is so successful is not because they make great burgers. It's because they are able to make consistent burgers in consistent time. So you know exactly what you're gonna expect when you go to McDonald's. And the reason why you know that is because the workers in McDonald's don't need to have skill. That's where I am trying to go. I want to make it so that anybody who uses this system don't need to have my level of skill or Alex Hormozi's level of skill or expertise in order to produce good quality work. And if I can do that, then anybody who uses the system is like, now I don't have to teach how to create irresistible offers. I just need to teach how to use the system that creates irresistible offers. So the commitment to the process is like that. So by this, if I am the agency, I'm able to just, as an example, outsource. Like, I can just ask my VA to go through the process because I have like strict SOPs, and I can just curate, which further frees me up, gives me leverage over time. So then I can just curate the landing page itself, rather than and if let's say I detect something wrong with the landing page, then I go into the background and behind the scenes, I unwrap it, I take a look at what's inside and see where did it go wrong. All right. So then my agency would then be able to handle a lot more number of people in terms of clients, a lot more clients as opposed to regular agencies. And the quality of my work would be a lot more consistent too, because I would not be burnout. One of the biggest problem that agency owners have, is burnout. The reason why so many agency owners does drugs, alcoholic, like marriage suffer, all of that stuff, is because agency owners hit a roof when it comes income ceiling after a while, because they can't take in more client unless they overwork themselves. So I don't want that to happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to other people. And also, by having a system like this, beginners can use it, and that is where I'm really aiming for. So that is why I'm working so damn hard on this Notion board. If I finish this Notion board, whoever that has this Notion board would also be able to produce this level of quality and detail when it comes to their stuff. So that's all for today, I guess. We have now been almost 1 hour doing live streaming. I think it's time for me to call it a day. I am gonna continue to work behind the scenes, working on this thing here, and hopefully the next time I see you guys, this whole thing will be ready, and I will be able to demonstrate the efficacy and efficiency of this Notion board to you guys. So what do you guys appreciate about this? Let me know in the comment. What do you guys appreciate about this session here with me today? In many sense, what I do in my channel and what I do in my streaming sessions is really depending on you guys, because you guys are like, what you do, your responses informs me whether I should continue doing something or I should just bunk something, So let me know what you guys think, and if there are anything specific, any specific questions or requests that you want me to take a look at, I'm more than happy to help you guys with it. For now, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.